didn't say the normal thing of like recording in progress or
Oh, it did it
whatever.
to me. It said recording in progress.
Oh, okay, weird. Well, welcome back to Not from Boston, everybody.
Welcome,
As
welcome,
always, Bennett.
Harry.
And we are coming to you right as the Red Sox Pirates game is about to begin on Friday night. Peyton Tolle has just thrown his first pitch as a big leaguer.
Pretty
Uh,
sick. We have a lot of news to cover because a lot of stuff has happened today, obviously.
yeah, I mean,
Do you want to
so
jump
yeah,
into it like immediately?
yeah, let's just jump right in. So Peyton Tolle, number one pitching prospect in the Red Sox organization, got drafted second round last year and just bulldozed his way up
Yeah.
to the point where he's been called up to start tonight's game. This is after only making, I think, three starts in Worcester this
Yes.
year.
Yes.
We call him the Piglet. He's like a mini Garrett Crochet. Uh, he's, I think, what was it? 6'3", 270.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Big boy.
He's a big boy.
To make room on the roster for him, we had to release Walker Buehler.
Which is such an interesting. So obviously, like the main story to talk about is Peyton Tolle because he, I think, is someone that they're looking to be, and he just got his first major league strikeout. There we go. All right. I guess that's his dad in the stands that's screaming like a maniac, but pretty sick. Congratulations. Um, got the ball, pretty sweet. So Peyton Tolle is kind of a mini Garrett Crochet, hard left-handed fastball, 97 to 99 miles an hour. I think he's got a slider, cutter, changeup. He's going to be, I think, a very effective major league pitcher. Um, he's a big guy. It looks like he's got pretty decent extension. I'll have to look at Baseball Savant. He has thrown 5 pitches and 5 strikes. That's pretty sick. But I don't want to breeze through. I think he is the bigger story, and I want to get into the gist of like what we should expect from him, and I think what potential long term, like what long term career we might get out of him. Um, I'm sad to see Walker Buehler go in the sense that I think as a personality, I liked him. I've always liked him. I've always thought of him as a real competitor. I've always thought of him as a um I've always thought of him as a high leverage guy, but he wasn't able to show that this year. And as much as we grow emotionally attached to these players, I think we went through this with Devers to a much greater degree, obviously, but I always really liked Walker Buehler. This was the right move. He
Mm-hmm.
had to go. And
Yeah.
I think they tried him in the bullpen. He pitched against New York on the Sunday game and immediately gave up a 2-run home run. Like it was just not going to work here. And I would not be surprised at all if the Dodgers pick him up on a league minimum contract and he goes out and shoves and is like disgusting for them.
Yeah.
But sometimes, dude, those Fenway lights just don't. They're a little too bright. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe he's just never going to be the same post injury. But I do want to, appreciate him for his time. And obviously it wasn't the best, but I wish him the best. I hope it works out for him in the future.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely disappointing. Was really hoping that, this was a prove it year. I was really hoping that Walker Buehler would. Um, I think between his like lack of command and not being able to find a good pitch mix, I think. I mean, I was talking to Melissa from Talk Dodgers to me about him. I don't think. I mean, maybe the Dodgers pick him up, but I don't think he signs a major league contract as his next deal. I think the next thing for him is he's going to have to sign a minor league deal.
Or honestly, I was talking to a couple of my buddies who are big Dodgers guys. I could see him going overseas and trying to build himself back up. We've seen that work for a few guys. They go to Japan for like a year or two and they come back. Um,
Yeah,
his fastball doesn't play at the major league level. It's 92 miles an hour. Like we're looking at
yeah.
Peyton Tolle, who's how old? 24. Like we're looking
I
at
think he's
23.
23,
We're
and he's
looking
just
at a
struck
kid.
out another guy. That's
Yeah,
two Ks
we're
in his first
looking
inning.
we're looking at a kid
Yeah,
throwing 98. Like it's it. It's funny. The other day I was with a couple of guys from my team, and we were at the batting cage, and we were on the Wednesday practice. We were just looking at Baseball Savant, and I was looking like the lowest fastball average velocity, and it was like some random. I can't remember who it was. I'll find it later and pull it up. someone for the Padres, a reliever, but like his strike to ball ratio was like insane. It was like 85% strike to ball. Like he's throwing nothing but strikes and he just doesn't throw fast and he has a great pitch mix. And I think you bringing up Bueller's lack of pitch mix is really important. He did not have a put away pitch. He
Yeah,
never did this season.
yeah, his knuckle curve wasn't
Moving at
knuckling
all.
for him,
Nope.
and I think that that kind of was like where he started to unravel, along with his fastball just not having really any life to it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it sucks. Um, I think the silver lining. I don't even think it's a silver lining. I think it's the main takeaway. Um, with Walker Bueller off this roster and Peyton Tolle on it, this is the best version of this roster.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And obviously,
Um,
like, there's the potential at some point to move Kyle Harrison in and see how that goes. But we
yeah,
need a fourth starting pitcher that is a 60-40% chance of getting a quality start. Dustin
yeah,
Mays maybe has potential to be that guy, but probably not right now. Um, Bueller had one of the, I think one of, if not the lowest qualified ERA of a starting pitcher in the majors. Like he was not effective at all.
no. He had a couple of good
And
starts, but
no, it does suck, man. I remember we were talking about it at the beginning before the season started. I had high expectations for him. I was thinking number two starter, maybe sneak a, little 3 ERA, maybe sneak a couple little Cy Young votes, like, and it just didn't happen. And you might be right, like he might not sign another major league contract, or he might have to like completely reinvent himself. He might have to become a complete junk ball Levon Hernandez kind of pitcher. But
yeah,
he's never been anything but a power pitcher, and he can't do that anymore.
yeah. I mean, this rotation did not turn out at all like we thought it would this year. I mean, we thought, Tanner Houck was going to be
Nope.
taking a step up from where he was last year. Um, and he's been out of the picture entirely. Um, Bayo and Giolito have been, I mean, I think we've kind of, were hoping that they'd be great and they have been. Um, and then, yeah, Bueller's, I think, been a kind of a dud. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I would
What?
never have guessed that Peyton Tolle was going to be up.
No, I was a little surprised to see the call, but I think based on what he's again, like he is kind of a mini Garrett Crochet. The lefty thing is always interesting. Um, you don't see a lot of Bregman. No, you don't see a lot of power. I guess nowadays, I mean, we have the biggest power lefty in our bullpen, but starting pitchers, it's always nice to see a power lefty, and we have two of them.
Yeah.
Um, I do want to say if this pans out even like I said 60-40, like he has 60% solid starts going into October, we have the scariest pitching in the American League. Our
Yeah.
pitching is insane, dude.
I mean, I think really in the kind of run up to now, I mean, we also do want to talk about like Justin Slayton's coming back from
Yep.
injury. That's
Huge.
huge for the
Huge.
bullpen.
It's huge.
The fact that you could have a scenario where you have Whitlock, Slayton, Chapman pitching seventh, eighth, ninth innings. Um, that's pretty lethal. I think that we're in a much stronger position. I think, you know, um, we are only at the time of this game starting, we are only 3.5 games back of Toronto in the
Mm-hmm.
AL East.
And we have a series remaining with them.
Yeah. And we have a series remaining with New York. I I think we have, you know, potential now to have a real good September. Um
Yes.
and make and I think make a legit run at the division. I don't know. I feel like agree to disagree if you want. I think maybe behind the Mariners and the Tigers, it's us,
I think
and then
so.
Toronto, and then everyone else. Toronto's bullpen has kind of struggled the last like month or so. I feel like,
I think that's about right.
yeah,
I think we'll probably we always kind of go Red Sox first, Major League Baseball second, but it's the Yankees are not even like I'm almost tempted to say there's a chance that they don't even make it to October at this point. Like they will because their strength of schedule is super weak and they're probably going to beat up on, I don't know what they're doing right now, but they have the White Sox. They beat up on the Nats. Like they did what we did against, we had that week where we had the Nats and the Rockies and they're beating up on those teams and
Yeah,
that's fine. But like there is no way. I mean, the Yankees play uh, above 500 teams at like a 30% clip. They're terrible. So I'm not even
they,
looking at them as competitive in October. I really agree with you.
yeah,
I think Toronto's a threat. I think Seattle could be a threat, but they've played some iffy baseball lately. Um, Detroit is obviously a threat. Dude, this Cy Young race, I think Scooble's going to get it, but man, it's exciting to have Crochet in the mix. It's awesome to see.
yeah.
They're really neck and neck. I mean, they're 1 and 2 in almost every category. And I was checking the numbers this morning. If Scooble is 0.12 ERA points ahead of Crochet, and if Crochet was ahead of him in ERA, he'd be leading for a pitching triple crown right now. Like that's insane.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so I mean, Red Sox have been like we've been on a bit of a roll, heading into this weekend series. We'll wrap up August. Took 3 out of 4 from the Yankees. Uh, took 4 out of 4 from the O's. Um, yeah, I mean, we've just all around been playing like much better baseball. I mean, Trevor Story's been really hot. I guess like how where I guess at this point, the goal Sam Kennedy set out at the beginning of the year was uh, wanted to win the division and win at least 90 games. Um, we just talked about the first one, the winning the division being kind of iffy, but in terms of 90 games, like how close do you think the Red Sox come to that, or how far over that do you think they go?
I think at most they win 92. That's my high. That's like the very most they win is 92. And that's not because I don't think they're capable of like winning. They've got 29 games left. I don't think that they're not capable of going like 20-9 or like they certainly are capable of that. And they're sitting at what 73, 74 wins right now? What's our record at?
They are. I think they're at 75.
75. So like are they capable of winning the last, 20 of the last 29 or 28 games? Like yeah, for sure. But like you said, excuse me, we still have the Yankees, and I know we've played really well all season against the Yankees. We still have the Blue Jays. Um, there are teams that are going to be difficult. We have Detroit at the end of the season. Like
Yeah.
there's not necessarily as many rollovers in the schedule. My estimate, I believe the first episode when we did predictions, I said 88 wins. I'm going to stick to that. I don't there's just like that little part of me that's like I think I said this to you off camera, and again, if I said it last week for people listening, I apologize. But my contention is that we're gonna win the third wild card spot. I know it's like we're in first right now, but I just have a feeling that we have a tougher schedule. I think we're gonna get the second or the third wild card spot, and we're still gonna get to the ALCS. I think we're gonna get within, and then at that point, if they get to the ALCS, I'm not gonna make the prediction of like we're gonna get to the World Series or we're not. But my like pretty definitive prediction is I do think we will get to the ALCS. And to me, that is more important than 90 wins winning the division. I don't give a shit if we win the division. To be honest, 2016 and 2017, I remember those were my first 2 years in Boston, or second 2 years in Boston. Those teams were really good. They won 93 and 94 games, I think, respectfully. And they each won the division. And I feel fuck, McCutcheon with a ground rule double, but that's not a run. I went into the postseason thinking like it's World Series or bust for both of these teams. Like you won the division pretty easily, and they both got knocked out in the first round. So to me, the October performance is more important than what happens in the regular season. I think if we win 88 games, get the second wild card spot, but make it to the ALCS or get to the World Series, huge, huge success.
Mm-hmm.
So I would predict between 88 and 92 wins. Probably in the 88 to 90 range is what I actually think will happen. But I do think we'll get to the ALCS because the way this team is constructed, the way this team pitches, the fucking confidence, dude, having a role this Chapman, I don't even sweat the ninth inning, bro. I could turn the game off in the ninth inning. I don't even care. It's an automatic. What is going on with that? I hope to God he's not on steroids because it's fucking crazy.
It is like remarkable he hasn't allowed a hit in some 40 some
What
innings.
the? It's crazy.
Um, he's just dealing. It's yeah. I mean, it's crazy that Boston has had, you know, three of the most dominant closers of the last like 20 years in their bullpen.
Crazy.
Um, in just
Crazy.
in the last like decade. I mean,
And
between
that screams
Kimbrel,
October. That screams successful October team to me. Like if
yeah,
Slayton comes back and dominates, Chapman's been good. Honestly, Weiser, we've given him some flack over the months on the show, but like he's done a pretty good job. Whitlock has done a great job. We have
yeah.
three, hopefully four starters if Tolle works out that are really, really good. I mean,
Stephen Matz has been great for
bro's been
us.
great. He's been great for us. He looks lockdown. I mean,
Yeah,
that's I think the Bueller thing. They're like, dude, we don't even really have a place for you in the bullpen. Like, there's no like what is he gonna do? Come in the 7-run games? Like, who cares? You
right.
know?
Dude, I love Payton Tolle's stash. I'm just like watching the game right now.
So
He
sick.
looks like a '70s ball player. It's so good.
Yeah, he does. Him and Skeens do the mustache bros.
I mean, Skeens' mustache doesn't hold a candle to Tolle's.
No, no, Tolles is crazy.
Um, but yeah, I
What do
mean,
you think? What do you think? What do you think will happen?
I think that I mean, I guess there is the like I don't really know. I think what I see is a spectrum of possibility. I think on the bad end of the spectrum, it's the 2011. It's like we just totally implode. I think
Collapse
that
it.
I think unfortunately, like, I wouldn't be shocked if that's what happened. I think on the other end, like we have another like run to the All Star break where we get hot all of a sudden and it's winning, 10 in a row. I think that's like not super likely just because we are going to face harder teams.
Mhm.
I think 90. I would say 95 games is the. Well, I guess how many games do we have left? We're 132 now, so we have 30 games left. Yeah, honestly, like I think 20 and 10 is possible.
It is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's not winning 20 of the last. I thought it was 29 games. Winning 20 is definitely a possibility for sure.
yeah. I think it's just a matter of like how hot they get because I think if they lose 2 out of 3 in like a couple series in a row or they get swept, you know, um, I think we will see a larger crash out. But
Yeah.
I think if we continue to win series, we'll be okay.
This series against Pittsburgh is a really big series for us because we need to look at. I mean, it's tough playing Skeens. Pittsburgh's such an interesting team because they're not a good baseball team, but they have the best pitcher in all of baseball. Like
Yeah,
he's beating Skeens is not easy. However, you don't want again, it's sort of like when we played the White Sox, and I did say we're gonna look back at that 4 game set that we split with them and be like, fuck, man, we really should have won that series. We should have swept that series. A sweep here is like again just a massive shot in the arm for the Boston Red Sox. Like if they
yeah.
sweep this series at home, I have so much that really boosts my confidence of what I'm predicting of like they're gonna get hot and go into October.
Well, I think like honestly, the next 3 weeks, and including this weekend, uh, if we do well in the next 3 weeks, we're good. We
So
don't need to. I think because it's Pittsburgh, and then it's Cleveland for 3. We swept them before, or we took 2 out of 3 from them before. Um, we can do it again. They're still not doing very well. It's the D-backs after that who aren't doing well either.
yeah.
Then it's the Athletics who can are streaky good, but like still at the bottom of the AL West. Um, and we're playing in a minor league ballpark for that. So like and then it's the Yankees.
Who we've dominated all year.
Yeah, and then it's the Yankees, and then it's the Athletics again.
Yeah.
And then it's the Rays, and after that it's the Blue Jays. So like I think you look at all of September. Really, the only part of September that is like difficult for the Red Sox is September 23rd to 28th,
Yeah.
which is the end of the season. It's
Yeah.
those 6 games against the Blue Jays and the Tigers. We
Yeah.
just need to clean up everything
Before.
else, which is so doable.
That's what I mean though. This Pirate series is like again, it's kind of like I said going to New York and saying a 4 game set is a must-win series. it's kind of an unusual statement to make because you're like, dude, come on, like going to New York, a 4 game set against your rivals, but like this is I never say series or must sweeps, but I almost look at this as like this is kind of a must sweep series. Like they absolutely have to win the series, but like man, beating up on Skeens and then taking the series 3 games at Fenway, like that's a massive shot in the arm.
Yeah.
Here's what
I
I
think at
would
the
say
very
about
least,
the. Go ahead.
I was going to say, at the very least, just not losing the last game of the series. I feel like that
Yeah,
momentum is really important. But yeah,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead. What you're saying?
As far as the 2011 thing, this is actually a good segue into a topic that isn't necessarily something we've premeditated for this episode, but I do want to bring up. I don't predict that. I will stick with my prediction that I think that we're very clearly going to be an October team. And the reason I say that is because the vibes on this team are unbelievable.
That's
Like
true.
the vibes on that, and I know that that's like a non-quantifiable thing, and it's like, you know, the numbers can't tell you that, but dude, these guys absolutely love each other. They are fighting
Yeah.
for each other. When I see Crochet have a bad start and the offense picks him up, it's awesome. When you
Yeah.
see, dude, Trevor Story's play in the field yesterday, the diving double
Hmm.
play,
Yeah.
that damn near brought a tear to my eye. I was like, wow, this is their best pitcher, and he's kind of been struggling today, and he's fighting for a Cy Young, and he wants to get, we need to win the game. He wants to get his stats looking right, and like to put your body on the line like that, like it's not just he's good enough to make that play. There are guys that play baseball at any level that are not diving for that ball.
Yeah.
These guys are fucking fighting for each other, man. They are falling on the floor. They're like really playing for each other. And it goes
Yeah.
back to the Devers thing, the clubhouse vibes, that shit's really important. Like we made the right move in retrospect to do that. The clubhouse vibes in 2011 was beer and chicken wings.
Right.
So
Right. That's a
this
good
is a
point.
different scenario.
Yeah, that's a good point. Um, Damn, Yoshida just hit a little blooper to
Yeah,
left.
yeah,
I
finally got a hit off Skeens.
I was about to make a like comment about like why is he still on the roster, and then he got a hit, and I was like, all right, I guess.
He's a good bat to ball guy. He doesn't, I mean, he hasn't, he's returning from an injury. He hasn't been great, but at least I can rely
Yeah.
on him to like get productive outs because he puts the ball in play a lot.
Yeah. Um, any other standout players on the roster you want to talk about real quick?
I definitely want to talk about Trevor Story.
Yeah.
Trevor
Good.
Story is, again, I set that mark of like, I'd love him to get the 750 OPS, and he very well could do that. I mean, he's picked it up from what 590 at the end of May to 736, 734 right now. He's been on a tear. He's been hitting home runs. He's got 22 home runs. He's tied for the club lead right now without Abreu. So I'm really impressed with him. I'm really happy to see him playing well. I want to give a massive shout out to Brian Bayo because Brian Bayo has been unbelievable. He's a quality start machine. His ERA
Yeah.
is under 3, and he dominates the Yankees, bro. He reminds me of Pedro.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
dominates the Yankees, bro. I know Pedro had the whole "Who's your daddy" thing, but like I don't know, man. They do not. Dominican dudes for the Red Sox just do something different to the Yankees,
Yeah. No, it's funny. Like Bayo has no reason to hate the Yankees, but he pitches them like he hates them.
bro. They can't
Um,
touch his shit at all. So it's
yeah.
just really great to see a lot of these guys. Anthony's been great.
Yeah.
Sadon's starting to pick it back up with the clutch hits again.
Oh my
Freaking
God,
Connor
that
Wong is
home
starting to
run.
hit. Oh, huge, huge, dude. So sick. Did
Yeah.
not see that coming. I was totally like, this is a loss
Ooh,
today.
we got
Don't tell me.
runners. On
Don't
first
t-
and second.
oh, okay. Yeah, don't. You're like a click ahead of me.
Okay.
Um,
Um. Yeah. I
yeah. What
mean,
about you? Anyone you want to highlight?
Giolito has had.
Sick. He's been sick.
I mean, he started against Baltimore. He also had a good start against New York. He started against Baltimore. You know, 8 innings, a walk, 8 strikeouts, 4 hits. I. You know, no runs. It's superb. It's really. I mean, it's above. I think what my expectations were for him by a mile.
Yeah.
I kind of do feel like it's like, do we want to, because we'll have the option, whether it's, a mutual option or a club option, it, do we want to keep him for next year? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I think it's like
I,
kind of emphatically yes, right?
I would
Like,
absolutely keep him. I would absolutely
yeah,
keep him. He's been another like pretty much a quality start machine. And that's a
yeah,
stat that I love. That's sort of like the way I like doubles as a stat. I love quality starts because wins I'm kind of anti-wins as a pitcher. Like that's a stupid stat because there's like Paul Skeens doesn't have a lot of wins because he plays on a shitty team. But like Paul Skeens is almost a guaranteed 6 innings, 2 runs every single time, you know? And Giolito and Bayo both, I'm like, we're not giving up more than 3 runs in this game.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah.
Wait, Nick Sogard is back.
Yes, they demoted the password.
Yeah, he had his first major league hit, but I didn't see that move. Huh.
Yeah. So I guess what position is Sogard playing tonight? I missed that in the wild
Second.
card.
He must be playing. Yeah, he's playing second.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. It's been good. I got a shout out. Nathaniel Lowe has done great things. He's on the
Oh,
paternity list right now, so congrats on
yeah,
being a dad. But
super sick.
he's been fantastic for this club since he came back. What is stuck in my hand? Um, yeah, he's had a 296 average with us, a 56 OPS. He's been hitting the ball well.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, he's been great.
Clubhouse culture, he's been great. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's been good to see. It's good to see Ref Snyder back in the lineup against a left-handed
Mhm.
pitcher.
Watching him work that count and then hitting a home run
Sick.
against Povich, it was really impressive. He battles.
Yeah, he's amazing. I've always been a fan, man. I've always liked him.
Yeah, Willier coming back will be huge as
Yep.
well for us.
Yep.
I think they'll be this coming week, which is I guess a little later than planned, but take your time, dude. Yeah, I mean, I think like in terms of Red Sox news, like I think that's most of it. Like, I mean, we were going to probably do more of a game breakdown or a series breakdown for the Yankees and the O's, but then we're recording this as the Pirates Sox game is going on, so we're kind of talking about Peyton Tolle and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing else immediate that jumps out at me. I mean, it's definitely cool to see a lot of these young guys getting their opportunity. I know the password came up played for one series and went down. But it's a confidence booster to go up and get your chance, get your major league hit. Dude, he got that off his back. He's literally said in the interview, he's like, man, I got the monkey off my back. Like, I got the major league hit. And now, like, we can look at him as a realistic option. He comes up, he's not like, fuck, I have to get my first hit. And, like, that's already done. Obviously, yeah. I think this just goes without saying that Roman Anthony is here.
Roman Anthony is here. Roman Anthony
has arrived.
Yeah. He's such a fantastic hitter. I can't wait to see him like really elevate his game next year and damn strike out by Rafaela. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think like that's the other thing is like with this team, obviously, hope for the best with this season. And regardless of how the season turns out, like I look at 2026 and I'm like get ready to be afraid of the Red Sox.
Yep.
Like this is gonna. Hopefully, we do add in the off season. No reason we shouldn't. But this roster, I'm like, this is a World Series winning potential.
It is, and I will say, adding the offseason is important, but in my opinion, maybe more important is, I love the term addition by subtraction, but I'm going to say addition by maintenance. We have got to get Bregman on a long-term contract.
Have to, 100%.
That's a must. That's a must. His defense alone, he's going to win the Gold Glove again at third. His defense alone, and this isn't even his best defensive season. He still has like 10 errors. Like this isn't, but he's going to win the Gold Glove. And he's fucking hitting 300. Like the guy is a beast.
Yeah, we need him for also just like what he does for the clubhouse as like a mentor to the boys. I mean, yeah, keeping him is important. I think probably more important than anything. But yeah, I with Tolle coming up with, we got tons of other pitchers like waiting in the wings and the minors. I think it's like we can and we should add to the rotation. But I also know like we have the depth there that it's not like this year was for the most part, or even last year where we didn't have that depth and we were really like drying out on the pitching when everyone got hurt or started sucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I feel very optimistic about next year, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, this actually does feel like for the first time, and you can look at this as a Bloom and a Breslow, and again Breslow's personal shortcomings notwithstanding, we have constructed an actual club, not just a team, but we've constructed a club. There's like 10 guys waiting in the wings that are all studs.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean,
amazing.
yeah, which is also great because like those are great guys to trade from. You know,
Absolutely.
um,
I still stand by
so
Campbell as being potentially a trade piece, you know?
yeah, I think that that's right. Um, Gotta say, Tolly's command here is like kind of not loving it.
Yeah, I think that adrenaline's pumping a little hard right now, you know?
He's off the plate quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Do we
Um,
want to get to MLB news?
yeah, because there's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
one number I have our outline pulled up here, but one number that I am really interested in as a whole is run differential. And
Mm,
the Red Sox have a pretty good run. I think we have the second best in the American League behind the Yankees, which is weird. But um, another team with an extremely high run differential is the Chicago Cubs. The team with the best run differential is the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm looking at the NL Central as a very interesting division. I think the Brewers run away with it, but I think, again, I've said this on the show a handful of times. I do still like the Cubs. They had a little bit of a bad stretch. They're kind of pulling it back. What do you think about those two teams? Where do you see that playing? Because
I
I
mean,
know
I
the
think the
Cubs are the top
Brewers,
wild card.
the division is the Brewers. I
I think so.
really, I don't see a scenario where um, they burn out much. But that said, I mean, they are. It's not great for them that they've lost Trevor McGill
I was gonna
to the
say, yeah,
IL, and with a right flexor strain like that normally doesn't bode well. So I think they risk losing him for a significant period of time. That said, it's like the Brewers lose McGill, and like any other team, I think loses their minds. But the Brewers have such a deep
they're
bullpen
dominant.
that they shouldn't be that concerned. They're still, I think, going to take the division. Um, I do think the Cubs. I think the Cubs will be a wild card team. Um, and who are the Cubs will play? I think if the season were to end today, the Cubs would play the Phillies,
Yeah,
and I think that would be a really tight series. That probably goes the full 3 games.
I think so. And the Phillies, just to bring it up, really big loss this past week. Zach Wheeler's out for the rest of the entire season and most likely part of next season with the thoracic outlet syndrome. What a play! Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh my God,
Diving
Payton
catch by Nick Sogard. Wow.
Tolle's celebration is iconic.
What a
Um,
play though. Wow. Um so for anyone who doesn't know about I think it's thoracic outlet syndrome. That is, I believe, oh my God, that celebration's weird. Wow. Uh I believe that is the same issue that sent Steven Strasburg into retirement. So that's not something that you take lightly. That's not like elbow inflammation and isn't Tommy John like that's
yeah,
it's also been something that players have worked through and been totally fine, but I do remember that being the Steven Strasburg thing, which obviously panned out in him with an early retirement. So I'm a big Zach
yeah.
Wheeler fan. I hate to see that for the Phillies. I always kind of have a soft spot for the Phillies. That is a great series though. Cubs Phillies, man. That's two powerhouse teams. Shout out to little foreshadowing for later. Shout out to Kyle Schwarber for hitting 4 home runs in one game. My dad literally texted me. We were both watching the game after the Sox, and my dad texted me and said, "Damn, he's the one that got away." And I was like, "Yeah, he is.
I know
He's
we
the
got to
one."
sign him back. I don't even care. I don't even
Oh,
care.
him with that little pesky pole, man. Fuck, what a beast.
Yeah, I mean, him and Cal Raleigh.
Oh,
Um,
Cal Raleigh too.
Getting the
We'll
50.
yeah,
I guess was it like what? He's the first Mariner since Griffey.
yeah, and he's the first catcher to ever do that. First catcher to ever do it,
I
and he's
mean,
one of the only
MVP.
switch hitters to do it.
Yeah, since Mantle, I think.
Yes, because I don't think Teixeira ever hit 50.
No. We'll talk about Teixeira
I
later
was
too.
gonna say there's a
Um,
reason I that name was
uh,
dropped in, but yeah,
Cal Raleigh. I don't care what the like stat head versus finder says. I if I get to vote for MVP, I'm voting for Cal Raleigh. I don't
yeah,
understand why you would vote for Aaron Judge.
bro, it's not even a question in my mind. To the defense alone, because Cal Raleigh isn't just a good catcher. Cal Raleigh is a Platinum Glove award-winning catcher. Cal Raleigh is disgusting behind the plate. Like
Yeah.
you have a guy
Also,
that saves you so many runs, calls a great game, and hits 50 home runs.
Yeah. Also, catching hardest non-pitching
It's
position
brutal.
on the diamond,
It's brutal.
arguably.
Yeah,
Right
it's
field,
insane.
the easiest position on the field.
It's a left field, but yeah, right field is not
In
a
Yankee
high
Stadium,
leverage
right field is
defensive.
the easiest position.
Yeah, it's not a high leverage defensive position.
And
I
Aaron
mean, that's
Judge
just
still sucks at it.
yeah. He doesn't. I mean, he has a good arm. He has a good arm, but his
Um,
range. Look, like they tried him in center, and it's not that he's slow for a guy his size. He moves actually quite well, but he's just like he's a massive guy. I mean, it's like the same as
yeah,
Stanton. Like those guys have great arms, and that's kind of their defensive tool. You
yeah.
know?
I mean, I think you could argue cynically that like Judge should get MVP because he literally provides the only value to the Yankee roster that it has. Um, and without him, the team is literally like nothing. Um, but Cal Raleigh, like I don't know, I think he's having a real special season. If he gets to 63 home runs, which like is not impossible, like it has to be him.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think so.
yeah, but anyway, yeah, going back to the Phillies for a second though, they got swept by the Mets this past
Yeah.
week.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. In 1 second, you're going to see a play in center field. Um,
Let's
that
see.
reminds you of the Red Sox from earlier this year.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I have a feeling I know what this is going to be. Let's see. Ball is hit to center. Connor Wong. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
I wonder if they give him a base hit for that. So Wong just
that
flared into the center and there was a miscommunication and the center fielder
I don't
Canario.
know. He got so much glove on that.
Yeah. There's no O'Neal Cruz. Is he injured?
I don't know.
That's going to be an error. Yeah, it's an error.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, I think that's the Mets are such a weird team. Both New York teams are weird as shit this year.
yeah.
I don't really know what to make of the Mets because they have moments where I'm like, damn, these guys could be in the World Series, and they have moments where I'm like, they shouldn't even be in the postseason.
Well, I mean, the thing about the Mets right now is like they're playing better than they were earlier, like
Yeah,
this
for sure.
month, earlier in the season. Mets are only 5 games back of the Phillies in the NL East. They
Yeah,
have a 4 game set in Philly later in September against them. It's like not inconceivable that the Mets somehow, some way tie with the Phillies for the division, in which case the Mets have won the season series against the Phillies already.
yeah. So they get the division. Do you think that's
Yeah.
actually going to happen though? What do you? I think the Phillies will win the division.
I mean, I think the Mets have to like not only, stay as good as they have been, but they need to get hotter. I think that's last year was pretty impressive how they managed to bounce back, but I don't think it's going to happen again.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Phillies are a better team. If I'm being honest with you, Christopher Sanchez is nasty.
Yeah,
I love their offense. I mean, their 1 through 7 is like one of the best in baseball. They're crazy.
yeah. How do you
Um,
feel about the NL West?
so oh, I don't know. Because who's the season series winner between Dodgers Padres?
Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers will win the division. Then Bogarts is now out for the rest of the season as of
Oh
this
shit,
morning.
really?
Yeah, he had like an Achilles injury or something. They said he
Ooh,
might be back for October, but he's not going to play the regular season. Which
that
actually, I
sucks.
know Bogarts hasn't been great for them, but he's been hot the last couple months. He's actually been really productive for the Padres, so that is a bit of a big loss for them.
Mhm.
I don't know because the Padres deadline moves were like 10 out of 10. They were
Oh
great.
my god.
And I
Yeah,
think for them to get Miller, who looks disgusting, that guy is so good. Um, and just have him added to the pre-existing weapons they have in their bullpen. Offensively, I think the Padres leave me with a little bit to be desired. Tatis is not having a great year.
mhm.
Machado's having a pretty solid, like a really good year. Um, who was the guy? Cronenworth never really panned out to be what I think we thought he
No.
was going to be. Gavin Sheets has been kind of okay. I think it's still the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are getting guys back soon. They're getting Kike
Yeah.
Hernandez back. Um, who's the other player that was? Oh, you're getting Muncy back, and I think when they're full strength, I think the
Yeah,
Dodgers win the NL West. I think the Dodgers are still a favorite to win it all. I do. I think Otani is still a very safe bet for NL MVP. I think they're going to get dudes back that play their actual positions. I think I'm not a huge fan of Teoscar in right field. I don't
no,
think that works. But I think he's always capable of really getting hot and being really, really good. So I don't know. I guess if I had to pick, it's not easy, but I would probably pick the Dodgers.
yeah. Um, Moving into just other
Yeah, yeah.
news, um, Astros activated Jordan Alvarez.
It's huge.
How much does that change your like? How much does that
That is
change
my
the complexion
prediction.
of the NL West or the
That,
AL West?
that is, I mean, if you remember from a few weeks ago, I told you I think the Astros will get to the World Series, which I hate to say. I don't like the Astros, but I think if Jordan is, you know, 75% of the player that he can be for them, there's a threat to get to the World Series. I think that guy on his day is one of the best left-handed hitters in baseball, not power hitters. He's like a 35 home run guy. He is a power hitter, but he's not like a Jim Thome 50 home run guy. He's just a good hitter. He is just a good all-around hitter. I've seen him hit the ball the other way. He can hit it up the middle. He can pull the ball, hits for contact, hits for power. He's a great hitter. When you have somebody in your lineup, I mean, look at the Soto quotes about like, oh, I don't have Judge protecting me anymore. They have Jeremy Pena, who's white hot. They have
Yeah,
Altuve, who's still Jose Altuve. Having protection, one, two, three, having Alvarez hit behind Altuve, they have to pitch to Pena and Altuve. They're going to get fastballs. So I think the Astros are a serious threat. This is why I didn't get high on the Mariners. I think earlier. I
hmm
think I don't know. I think their pitching is really really good. You just can't count Houston out, man. Like they're always in the dance. They're always a threat.
yeah. I mean, we'll just have to see how like Alvarez does back because he obviously did very poorly up until May when he went on the IL.
Yeah.
Um, but I think the potential is definitely there. I mean, if he's himself, he's one of the best postseason hitters in recent memory. So I think it could, yeah, change the complexion of the NL or the AL West race, and the pennant race probably as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, what else? Wilson Contreras suspended 6 games for being a fucking idiot.
What did he? Oh, he like crashed out, right?
He threw a bat.
Yeah, you can't do that. We talked about that last week. You just can't do that. You can't do
Can't do
that.
it.
Like,
Hit a coach. I mean, yeah, 6 games. I feel like
yeah,
is a little generous.
it's a little generous. Well, they gave Robles 10 games.
Yeah,
So that doesn't make any sense at all.
yeah. I don't
Make
know.
that make sense. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, you can't do that. You're a grown ass man. You can't do
yeah.
that.
It's not cool.
It's um I don't know. At the end of the day, I still stand by I think both of what we predicted postseason wise, um, is both of them are in play. I think we picked the same teams, just a different order of who gets to the World Series. And I think the postseason picture is becoming clearer and clearer as far as what seeding people get, less so. But I don't think Kansas City's going to threaten us. I don't think Cleveland is a threat. I think the AL is starting to become. It would take a kind of an astounding turn of events for things to not remain as they are as far as the teams involved.
Yeah,
NL, there's maybe a couple sneaky ones, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. The
Um,
Reds have fallen off.
yeah,
I think the 6 teams that currently hold playoff spots are the 6 teams that will hold playoff spots on the last day of the season.
that's what I think too. That's what I mean. I
Yeah,
think as far as the seeding, anything's possible, but I think we're getting the Yankees. I think we're getting the Red Sox. We're getting the Jays. We're going to get Detroit, obviously, Houston, and Seattle. Like those are
yeah,
our AL teams. Like that's very cut and dry. If I watch a lot of baseball, even non-Red Sox baseball. If I look at the games that I watch as a neutral, those are the best 6 teams in the American League. I think
yeah.
if I had to pick one to drop out, honestly, it'd be New York. I think New York is the weakest of those 6 teams. I'm not saying that as a Red Sox fan. I think they're not a very good team.
No, that 100%.
Um,
They're not going to go far in this postseason. I don't think they shouldn't.
No, and I do want to bring up we didn't have this in our outline very quickly. What do you think about the Anthony Volpe situation? Because what's been happening is he had a terrible series against Boston. He made a horrible error that essentially cost them a run that led to that huge, was it like a 9 run or
Yeah,
6 run ninth inning? Um, had all the time in the world to throw out Hamilton at first, and he airmailed the throw. Ended up resulting in a 2 run home run to Narvaez. Like it was just kind of a disaster. And then they announced that Sunday and Monday of this past week he would be benched.
yeah,
And then they brought him back, and he's now made 2 more errors and has hit like I think he's like 1 for 40 in his last. I don't understand. I'm not a Yankees fan, so I don't keep up with their day to day the way we do with the Red Sox. How is he still playing? Like that's I know that he's like the New York kid or whatever, but like, dude, that's crazy. He's no disrespect, but like, dog, like he's not a major league shortstop.
yeah. I mean, it's what's crazy is that he has a Gold Glove.
What
Like,
did I what am I missing? Like what's happening?
I mean,
And
well, he had one. I mean, he's not getting another.
no.
Um,
What
no,
happened?
I don't think the Yankees are very good at developing players, unless their names are Aaron Judge.
Yeah, and
Uh,
like I've said this before, bro, a fucking peanut could develop Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge was born to
yeah,
hit baseballs 500 feet.
yeah. I think. Uh, I mean, I think part of it is also like expectations of like the next homegrown Yankee shortstop. I
Yep.
think got a lot of Jeter comparisons, and that he hasn't been
It's
able to
never
live up
good.
to.
That's never good.
Um, I think he's on a team that doesn't prioritize fundamental baseball, that doesn't prioritize defense. I think he suffered because of it.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
I think he's the result of a badly run organization. I don't think he's bad at baseball. I actually think you could put him on another team and he'd find a way back.
Yeah, because I look at they've had a lot of issues with that shortstop position. I always felt like Glaber was sort of underperforming for them, and he's been really good in Detroit.
Yeah.
Um,
Didi
IKF
Gregorius.
has been he's not a great offensive player, but he's been solid at the shortstop position for Pittsburgh. Like I think he's playing third now, actually, but I
Yeah.
feel like they have not. Yeah, I agree with you. They just don't develop guys very well. I don't really. But what I don't understand, I think the point I bring that up is like, they brought this up on the Talking Baseball. Christian Campbell had like a bad 4 weeks for us, and we sent him down to the minor leagues because we were like, hey, dude, like you're not ready to play Major League Baseball. You had a good
Yeah.
month, and then you petered out. Anthony Volpe has had a bad 4.5 months, and he's been benched for 2 games, and then they brought him back, and he immediately made another error. Like you, I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm glad they continue to play him because he's making errors against the Red Sox. But like, if you're Aaron Boone, you have to surely see the writing is on the wall. Like there's going to be a problem there. You have to give him time on the bench.
Aaron Boone, I think, is like so full of shit that he doesn't have to see it.
He's
I was
always
gonna say,
defending him.
I know, I was about to say like, oh, well, Volpe's had like 1 or 2 good years. I'm like looking at his stat line.
He
He is
hasn't,
not.
bro. He's a
He's
600 OPS guy.
I'm so confused. He's a 600 OPS guy, and yet somehow he first 2 seasons of his career he accumulated over 3 WAR.
Defensive. It's all D War.
WAR is such a stupid stat.
Yeah, I think it's a
Um,
stupid stat too.
yeah, I mean, also we got Rookie of the Year votes, which is a joke. I think
He's
it's
a
just
New
because
York shortstop. All the New
right.
York beat writers voted for him. It's a
Yeah,
joke.
I mean, so I don't know. I think the difference maker now is that Anthony Volpe, regardless of how much he sucks, has been in the major leagues for 3 full seasons. This was Campbell's first season. I think the opportunity to like get away with demoting Volpe came and went in 2023.
Oh yeah, they can't demote him. I just think he needs to sit for like 2 weeks. Like you need to give him time to work out. Like he's dealing with some fundamental issue, or maybe he's injured. Like little dude, like guys take knocks on the wrist and they don't realize that it impacts their swing. Like he might just need like a little break. But it's kind of amazing. And like the excuses that Aaron Boone gives for him. He's like, oh yeah, he was making the right play, throwing to second to try to get Duran. Like, no, he wasn't. A little leaguer knows that that's not the right play.
Yeah,
That's crazy town, bro. Like, there's dudes on our freaking men's league team that make that play to first base. That's crazy.
I
I
mean
don't know.
that's yeah.
I'm not a Yankees fan, but I hate bad baseball. Like, what is that?
Uh,
So anyway, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't.
I'm just reading another Aaron Boone quote from yesterday that is just like,
Yeah,
I want to know what Aaron Boone is like smoking.
he's not. It's like he's not watching the game we're watching. But he's and then I see the Yankees fans on Twitter and stuff. They're like, "Oh, we're back." Put up 11 runs. Yeah, you beat the White Sox, bro. The White Sox have won 40 games. They suck. Like they're a minor
Yeah,
league team. You're not back. They're like, I don't know. They're against the Jays and against the Red Sox. I think the Yankees are like 7-19, or it's like crazy. They get blown out by good teams.
yeah. Do you want to? I think we can skip over the Mark Teixeira story because it's not really. It's just he's running for Congress and he's a Republican. He sucks. Um, do we want to get to
Never.
Rose Thorn?
Yeah, I have a quick game for you. Just it'll take
Oh
about
yeah,
2 seconds. So I pulled this up. I had a quiz question for Bennett that I texted him this week that I wanted to do on air here. So I wanted Bennett to guess the all-time home run leader at every major league position. So let me pull
yeah. Oh,
this
from
up.
all time?
All-time home run
Okay.
leader from every position. So let me find this real quick. How about let's do the Rose and Thorn while I'm pulling this up because it's just gonna take me a minute.
Okay.
I should have saved it elsewhere. So you go first. I have mine.
I think Rose goes to Payton Tolle for making a major
Yep,
league debut. Like that's
amazing.
exciting. It's awesome. I think it explains itself. Um, Thorn. Thorn. I'm gonna give to yeah, to Wilson Contreras because like the throwing of a bad thing is just egregious, and I think to appeal like your 6 game suspension as if you deserve better than that for what you did, like is
Yeah.
unacceptable.
Um, I think that that's like a weird thing now that like it seems like suddenly like throwing bats is like a thing. That's like very strange because it's happened a few times this season amongst a few players. Like the last time I heard of that happening was Manny Machado in like
Yeah.
2012. Um, so that's yeah, I agree. That's no good. My rose goes to Kyle Schwarber. I love a
Hmm.
4 home run game. I'm a big fan of Kyle Schwarber as a human being. I think he's awesome. Um, my thorn, I had a few. I think my thorn is going to go to the Bogarts injury. Just again, like
Yeah.
as a that sucks situation. I know he's not a Red Sox anymore, but when guys leave, the way he left, I think we offered him a pretty low ball contract and he felt disrespected a little bit. And also he had an offer he couldn't refuse. I don't think he left like unceremoniously. I still love Xander Bogarts. Like he was a great servant for our club. He was awesome. Um, and it sucks. He was getting hot. He was starting to put together a good season. It looked like finally maybe he was going to reach his potential with San Diego, and then he gets hurt, and that sucks. That's just
Yeah.
you hate to see that. Um, hopefully for him, he's back in October, but you never know how guys will come back from injuries. Okay. With that being said, so I want you to just put your guess together. Who has the most all-time home runs as a catcher?
Mike Piazza.
Nope. No, no, no. I'm sorry. In a single season.
Oh, in a single season.
My bad. My bad. I said that wrong. Single season home runs of all time.
Okay. Kyle Raleigh.
Yep, correct. With 50 right now. Who has the most single season home runs as a first baseman? It's 70.
Oh, well, now you've given it away. It's Mark McGuire.
Yes, correct. Okay, I won't give you the number. Who has the most single season home runs? This is one of the hardest ones. So I'll tell you, I missed one. This was not one of the ones I missed, but I almost missed it. I missed one.
Okay.
Who has the most all-time single season home runs as a second baseman? This
Is it
one's
Jeff
really hard.
Kent?
That's a good guess, but no. I'll give you 3 guesses. That's a good guess.
Um,
Think modern baseball.
no, not.
2010s, 2020s.
I'm gonna go with Daniel Murphy.
Oh, that's a good guess, but no. Okay.
Oh, sorry,
He
Dan Ugla is what I meant, but also no.
also a good guess, but no. So a little more recent than Dan Ugla. So currently playing. And I'll
Currently
tell you
playing.
switched positions to second base from another infield position and was a stud at the other position too. This is
You
a
have to
weird
tell
one.
me.
Marcus Semien.
Oh fuck yeah.
He had 48 homers in his 1 year with the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Okay. Most single season home runs all time by a third baseman.
Is it A-Rod?
Ding, ding, ding. Very good. Very good. Most single season home runs by a shortstop.
Is it also A-Rod?
Yeah, dude. Nice. Nice. That one, I was stuck on that for a minute and I was like, wait, it has to be A-Rod both times.
Yeah.
Bro, A-Rod should be in the Hall of Fame. Like,
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
he's a douchebag and he cheated, but like,
Should be in the Hall of Fame.
okay, most home runs by a, who am I missing? Left fielder.
Huh.
Don't think too hard about this one.
Is it Manny?
Left fielder?
Yeah, Manny's a left fielder.
Left fielder. Most single season home runs of a left fielder. Played for 2 NL teams.
Oh, Barry Bonds. What the fuck?
Nice. There you go. Nice. People always forget he was a left fielder.
Yeah, I forgot he played any position.
And he was a great left fielder until he beefed up. He was really good with the Pirates. Yeah. Okay. Most of any right fielder.
Sorry, just watch the Pirates make an error.
Yeah.
And we're gonna score some runs.
Yeah.
Right fielder. Sammy Sosa?
That is correct. Nice. People also always forget that he played in the outfield. And then finally, most of all time, most single season home runs by any center fielder. This is the one that I missed.
I forget. Is Roger Maris a center fielder?
I don't know, but that's not the answer.
Oh. Actually, can you give me the number?
Yes, it is. I believe it's 54.
So Griffey.
No.
Mantle.
Nope.
I give up.
Dude, this one really. So those were my guesses too. This one really fucking fucked me up, dude. Aaron Judge.
What?
Because Aaron Judge for that one season played in center field and he hit like 54 home runs.
Okay.
50
sure.
Or is it 58 home runs? 58 home runs. There's a year he hit 58 home runs.
Wow.
Like, is Aaron Judge really a center fielder? No, but that season he played center field pretty much the whole year.
Damn, they got me good on that one.
Yeah, so we missed the same one. That was the one I missed too. Anyway, I think that's a good place for us to stop. But that was fun.
Yeah.
I saw it on a little quiz on Instagram. I was like, ooh, I want to do this. So,
Cool.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Red Sox scored a run, so it's 1-0. We scored against Paul Skeens. I think they gave Sadon a hit for that.
Yes, because he got by the.
That was it.
He was going to get the first, regardless of the
that's
throw.
a hit. Yeah, okay, they gave him a hit. So that's an RBI single for Sadon. So that's great.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Well, we'll check in next week.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Awesome. Bye. Hasta luego.